They say you never truly know someone until you live with them. But what if you never really knew them at all? This is the true story of the roommate I thought I knew, until the unexplained began. I moved into a small 2-bedroom apartment in the outskirts of Chicago after finding a last-minute ad online. The rent was surprisingly low for the area, and the place was fully furnished. It felt like a steal. The catch? I'd be sharing the place with someone named Chris. Quiet, mid-30s, mostly kept to himself. We barely spoke, and that suited me just fine. I worked night shifts and spent most days sleeping. The first few weeks were uneventful. Chris had this habit of leaving early and returning late, and I rarely saw him. His door was always closed, and honestly, I respected that. But over time, I started noticing strange things around the apartment. Small things at first. One night, I came home around 2 a.m. to find all the lights on, and Chris's bedroom door wide open. That was unusual, but I figured he had forgotten. I turned off the lights and went to bed. The next morning, Chris casually asked me why I had turned on all the lights the night before. I told him it wasn't me. His expression didn't change, but his eyes lingered on mine longer than they should have. It made my skin crawl. Then came the footsteps. Every night, around 3 a.m., I'd hear the unmistakable sound of footsteps pacing the hallway. At first, I thought it was Chris, until I opened my door during one of those moments and found the hallway completely empty, and his door still shut, the room silent. I tried to brush it off, sleep deprivation maybe, but it kept happening. Sometimes I'd hear knocking on my bedroom door, just one knock, slow, deliberate, and when I'd check, there'd be no one there. Things escalated. One night, I woke up with the feeling that someone was standing in the room. I couldn't see anything, but the air was thick. The next morning, I found claw-like scratches on my bedroom door from the inside. I finally asked Chris if he had seen or heard anything strange. He stared at me for a while, then said softly, "It never used to bother me until you moved in." I didn't know what he meant, and he wouldn't elaborate. That night, I heard his door open. Heavy footsteps moved toward my room. I locked the door quickly. The knob jiggled once, then silence. When I checked later, Chris's room was dark, empty, untouched. The next day, I called the landlord. I didn't want to outright accuse Chris of anything, but I asked some casual questions. That's when everything changed. He said, "You must be mistaken. That unit's been vacant for over a year. The last tenant was a guy named Chris. He died in the apartment." I remember feeling cold, my breath caught in my chest. I went back inside, heart racing. Chris's door was still closed. I pushed it open. The room was completely empty, dusty, as if no one had lived there in months. The bed, untouched. The closet, empty. But on the nightstand was a small piece of paper. Scrawled on it, in faded ink, "It likes new people." I moved out that same day. I didn't take anything with me except my car keys and phone. I still don't understand what happened, whether Chris was a ghost or something pretending to be him. All I know is the thing in that apartment didn't want to hurt me. At first, it just wanted me to stay, and I was starting to feel like I wanted to. Some roommates you grow apart from, others you never truly leave.